Hi, everyone, and welcome to our Thanksgiving holiday special. Just to kick things off, NP Deidre, just have to say it's Thanksgiving. I'm so thankful for you. So thankful for all the time that
From
you
you.
donate to help all of us improve our health, especially the most recent segments on longevity. And I hope people will check out your channel at youtube.com/, the at sign, right? NP Deidre. Make sure to like and subscribe to her channel as well as ours at The Way to My Heart, because we have some great content that will help you live a longer, healthier life on there. I promise you've got to check it out. This episode, we are going to take a look at some healthier recipes for your Thanksgiving holiday. I know everyone's scrambling last minute to try and get their Thanksgiving holiday meal together. Maybe it's at someone else's house and you just have to bring a side dish, or maybe you were told not to bring anything at all. But you know what? If you want to eat something healthier, you might have to bring a thing or two. And we're going to tell you how to make your holiday recipes just a little bit healthier. What is your favorite holiday meal, and how are you making it healthier for this holiday season?
So that's a great question. I like the classics for sure. I grew up my grandmother making homemade noodles, and that's almost an out if you're trying to be healthy, right? Like that's just flour, egg, oil type stuff with some salt. That was one of my favorites. But we always did Brussels sprouts, so that was something that I loved. Brussels sprouts, sweet potatoes, pumpkin pie, like all of those favorites.
And so, you know what? We do have a couple. We have something with pumpkin that I found. We even have a green bean casserole that is supposedly healthier. We do have a sheet pan Brussels sprout dish that I think looks a little bit healthier, but why don't we share a few of these? And we're not endorsing any of these recipes as being allegedly healthy, although the influencers that are have uploaded them claim that they are healthy. But we're going to be the judge of that. We might even be able to make them just that much healthier. And remember, what is healthy to one might not be healthy for another. For example, with me, I cannot do gluten, I cannot do dairy. So every recipe has to be modified and adapted to my own allergies. So remember that for you as well. So let me share a couple of these videos. I'm kind of excited. Um, I compiled an entire list here. And why don't we start with your sheet pan Brussels, because you mentioned you really like Brussels sprouts. So let's see what
Thanksgiving is
this
coming up, and
recipe
if you're
is.
thinking about a vegetable side dish, here's my favorite. All you need is a sheet pan, butternut squash, Brussels sprouts, and some fall
Ooh, butternut
seasonings. Preheat the
squash.
oven to 425. You want to make it even easier for yourself, you can buy frozen, already cubed butternut squash. Add some olive oil, maple
I wish I
syrup,
could move that
salt,
fast.
rosemary, and I like to add a little cinnamon. You can put the Brussels sprouts and the butternut squash in the oven at 425 for about 20 to 25 minutes. I personally like to cook my Brussels sprouts in the air fryer at
Oh, wow.
380 for about 10 minutes. And then when there's about 10 minutes left on the butternut squash, you can add some candied pecans, or you can just do on the stovetop like I did. Mix
Oh,
everything
that's a
together,
great
add some
idea.
cranberries, add some goat cheese if you're feeling it, and enjoy.
What
Thanksgiving
do
is
you
coming up,
think?
and if you're thinking about a vegetable side dish, here's
I
my
love it.
all you need is a
Um, I mean, you've got diversity in color, diversity in texture. You're getting in the squash, which is totally delicious. Brussels sprouts with the green and the cruciferous. I liked the candy nut type idea. So using the maple syrup instead of a sugar is good. Olive oil to cook in, less inflammatory as well. And then adding those spices, I thought that was pretty fantastic. I do a very similar to this. I've
Okay.
never add cinnamon to that dish though, so I kind of want to try it with cinnamon to see what that taste is when you add in cranberry, cinnamon, and the nuts like that. So the pecans or walnuts, whatever you want to choose. But with the, I'd probably use feta cheese. That's just a favorite.
You know what I would do instead of doing the cranberry? I would add pomegranate seeds cold
Yeah,
afterwards.
I mean, that's hugely anti-inflammatory, antioxidant. So pomegranate's a great change there. I just wonder what it's going to taste like with the cinnamon. So if anybody tries that,
Yeah,
I want to know.
But a lot of times over Thanksgiving, you always see with butternut squash, they use a little nutmeg, a little bit of cinnamon. I
Mhm.
did get a jar of organic Ceylon cinnamon, so I might try it as well. I personally, I mean, even beyond Thanksgiving, I would love this as a regular healthy side dish.
Right. In the evening. Cinnamon on that, I just wonder, like, what's your palate saying when you add Brussels sprouts and cinnamon together?
Yeah. Well, supposedly she likes it.
I bet it's
Dietitian
delicious,
Gabrielle is
actually.
all about it.
Yeah, I bet it's delicious. So, what else do we
Okay.
have?
Well, I don't know. Some oatmeal thing. Can you see this?
Yes.
Try this
Okay.
sweet potato casserole. Pierce 4 large
Sweet
sweet
potato
potatoes with a fork and
casserole
wrap them tightly in aluminum foil and bake at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 45 minutes. Remove the
or
skin from the
sweet
potatoes or
potatoes
mash with a masher or with your
or
hands.
more. Look at that.
Disgusting. Mix in milk, maple syrup, vanilla, cinnamon, nutmeg, and salt.
Instead of
Then
milk, I
fold in
would do
flaked
the
vanilla extract
almond
protein
milk.
powder. In a separate bowl, combine
Yeah.
oats, salt, cinnamon, maple syrup, melted coconut oil, and chopped pecans. Or pecans? I don't know. Add the mixture on top, making sure it's evenly
Tons of
spread out, and add some
pecans.
marshmallows and put back in the
I
oven for
wouldn't do the
25 to 30
marshmallow. No.
minutes. If you're looking
Although I
for a
guess,
healthier, higher protein Thanksgiving dish, then you gotta
honestly,
try this sweet potato.
if you're going to just do a little bit and that's going to be your one little cheat, I guess it's not all bad, but
Now, if you really wanted to get into the good marshmallows and everything, there are some recipes for gut healthy marshmallows, and that would
what?
be delicious. Yeah, that's something I, our Ashley here in the office, she makes them for us every week. We put them in our coffees. We eat them plain, but
No
they're gut
way.
healthy.
Okay.
So,
So I'm thinking she might need to share with us this recipe.
yeah.
I think I see, wait, I smell, I smell a demo coming.
I'm gonna get her on here. Yeah, show us the demo. She does such a great job with them, and sometimes she'll add cinnamon to them, and that would be great in this recipe, like the marshmallows with cinnamon in it. Um,
What do you think about the oatmeal? I am torn now on oatmeal. You have some that
yeah,
say the oatmeal is good, then you have others that say the oatmeal is inflammatory. You have some that say that oatmeal causes diabetes. You have some that say it helps. I know for my dad that switching from Cheerios to what we created as a an oatmeal blend with rolled oats and the steel cut oats, just a little bit of each, and then we added in, of course, the collagen power, the raw cacao, hemp seeds, Ceylon cinnamon, and a bunch of other things, some beetroot powder, spirulina, super greens, all into a thing, and then we put it in with some almond milk and some berries. And he was able to reverse his type 2 diabetes with that as one of his staple meals. But I don't know. I'm so confused.
it's really not a one size fits all. I was at a conference thing last night, and one of the docs was talking about, so she had somebody come and put them on this, like, basically vegan diet. The person had increased high sensitivity CRP, so inflammatory markers rose. She was talking about, like, they didn't lose any weight on this diet. The person was strict with it. And so then she was like, you know what, we're going to add in, protein and fats and stuff. In a month, that person lost 25 pounds. C-reactive protein went from 13 to 4, so back in normal
Wow.
range. So it's not a one size fits all, and that's why we really have to, just because it works for you, it may not work for me, and vice versa. So I think if oatmeal works for your dad or works for anybody, then it works, right?
Yep. Okay, let's go for another one here. This next one, cranberries are a staple um on Thanksgiving. So I'm just wondering, I mean, can cranberries spike your blood sugar? Depends on how much sugar I would imagine that you're adding. So let's take a
And
look at
bake it in
this
the oven at
baked
350
version.
for 1 hour, mixing halfway through. When it's all done cooking,
I'm gonna
stir in some
replay it
pecans,
here.
and this will. Here's the Thanksgiving recipe you can make today. Just mix together
I'm assuming
cranberry, sugar, water, and
sugar.
cinnamon, and bake it in the oven at 350 for 1 hour, mixing halfway through. When it's all done cooking, stir in some pecans, and this will last for 3 weeks.
I
Here's the
do
Thanksgiving
like
recipe you can make
the
today. Just mix together.
I do like adding the pecans in there. It adds a little extra protein, but I
Yeah,
still am
the
concerned about
sugar.
sugar. What would you replace the sugar with for these cranberries?
You could do some agave, something of that
Okay.
sort when you cook it down. You could definitely cook it down with water first and then add that in.
Together cranberry, sugar, water, and cinnamon, and bake it in the
Oh,
oven at
another one with
350 for
cinnamon
1 hour, mixing
or
halfway
cinnamon.
through. When it's all done cooking, stir in some pecans, and
But
this
I
will
do like the
last for
pecans.
3.
I think that that's a brilliant idea.
Yes.
Okay. This is another one. I don't know what they use. It's maple roasted carrots. I know a lot of people do sugar carrots. And I think, let's see what they use here. But I love roasted carrots. Okay, let's see if they put any. I don't think they're putting any. Here we are. So it's maple garlic roasted carrots, 3 cloves garlic sliced, or 1 teaspoon garlic powder, 1 tablespoon coconut oil or olive oil, and 1 tablespoon maple or agave syrup, 3 sprigs thyme, or 1 teaspoon dried thyme, freshly ground sea salt, black pepper, paprika, and of course the carrots. And you can top with vegan feta or regular feta and some chopped parsley. What do you think?
Yeah. I think this is a good recipe, actually. It
I
looks
love it.
delicious. And I like that they're
Yeah.
not using baby carrots because baby carrots get washed in a
Chlorine,
wash that
bleach.
we don't, not ideal to be
Yeah.
eating. So this is perfect that they're cutting that up and using the good oils and substituting, sugars and things for maple or agave. So that's good. And, we're looking for the microbiome in the gut. I always have to bring it back to that is like
Yeah.
30 different fruits, vegetables, spices, legumes, nuts in a week. And so just in this recipe, we've got garlic, we've got thyme, we've got the pepper, we've got
Paprika.
smoked paprika, carrots. I mean, parsley, like you're getting multiple in there. So that's helping the diversity. That's what keeps us well is diversity in our microbiome.
I love it. Okay, good recipe there, everyone. Okay, another one. Oh boy, green bean casserole. That could be trouble. Let's see how she healthifies it. Here we go. Oh, they're using vegan butter. Mushrooms,
Yeah.
gluten-free sourdough bread. Crumbs, it looks like. Oh, I don't see a recipe. Green beans. Dried onions. Okay, should we watch it again?
Well, I think with this one, I mean, using the more fresh or frozen green beans is really good. Making your own instead of just opening a can of cream of mushroom soup that has all the added fillers, like this part
Yeah,
is good. The crispy fried onions, I mean, that's,
a little something.
yeah.
And that's what she says. You might as well go for it. I mean,
Yeah. If this
you
is a
can make your
favorite for
own.
you, yeah, if this is a
That is
favorite
much
for you,
healthier.
much
Um,
healthier.
It uses almond milk versus, the cream and mushroom sauce. You put in your own fresh mushrooms. You can add in the oyster mushrooms, shiitakes and maitake mushrooms, even a little bit of lion's mane. And you're
Yeah.
using vegetable broth in there. I mean, this is much healthier. It's definitely, you
is.
can see it's creamy.
Yeah.
So I think we have a winner here.
I do too. I've never been, probably not going to be a popular saying, a fan of green bean casserole.
Me neither. What do you say? Should we go on to dessert? I am not bringing up a tofurkey.
Okay,
So
let's
refusing
look
that
at this pumpkin pie,
Let's look at the pumpkin pie.
the staple.
Okay. Let me turn this one off. Okay, so we don't need her music. I don't want YouTube to catch us for copyright on that one. All I want for Christmas is you. Okay, you got the song for the filling. Smooth it over the swirly twirly. I like that.
Yeah. So what
So
are we
pretty.
using for the crust there? I mean, looks great and everything. I do have a recipe for a crustless.
Gluten-free and dairy-free healthy pumpkin pie. Okay, the eggs and pumpkin, add spices, combine the wet ingredients. Let's see what they use. It looks like she has an already made. I've seen ones made out of oatmeal,
Okay, so you use the pie crust and everything.
already over the already made pie crust. But what is your healthy pie crust?
So I actually do the crustless pumpkin pie. I have a recipe. I
Do
don't know
you?
if you're familiar with Dr. Aviva Ram. So she's
Yeah.
hugely in this functional medicine space and does a lot of women's health. But she'd put out this recipe of hers that she uses, and it truly like it's it is healthy and it doesn't have crust. And I've made that and I love it. So
I should have pulled up a couple of those that are crustless. Up, see, they even put a link in there. You can't be found. So it doesn't want us to find that recipe. Let's try the pecan pie. Okay.
wow, that little guy's having a good time here making this
I
pie.
know. So lots of fun with the kids.
Yeah, lots to be grateful for when you've got your family helping you. Look how happy.
Okay. I know. Look how adorable they are. Okay, plant-based and
So we're making
gluten-free
a pecan
in the
pie.
description. Well, that's not very helpful. Where's the description? I'm guessing I have to click. There we are. Look at this.
Oh, they
Okay,
use
so
dates, medjool dates, flax
oh, what a
seeds.
great idea.
Yeah, water, maple
So
syrup.
we're making a pecan pie.
Yeah, I love his little voice too.
Me too. Those look like really good ingredients. I think I'm actually
Uh,
going to try this one.
yeah,
And
that.
it's unbaked too.
Yeah, I mean, you know that the dates are going to give it such great flour, and then we've got the flaxseed in there. That might be like a thickener, also. Can thicken that up a little bit, and then you're getting your fiber. That one looks delicious, though.
I think it really does. So it says, so you have to get an unbaked, plant-based and gluten-free pie crust. So we just have to, so if you want to find that, you got to go off the Bible diet. So if you want to get that recipe, either Google it, you could easily Google it. You could go onto Instacart and probably find it on there at one of
Yeah,
the stores near you. Um, but it didn't actually say I always like the ones where they say that here's how to make it, because I
yeah,
prefer making most of my stuff today. I'd rather the least amount of processing possible. I mean, I would even go
yeah,
for, and I would say, you know what, in this case, I may not even have a crust. I would go with your idea. And they
yeah.
do, if you look up on YouTube, they do have some pecan pie squares that you can make where you could use like a gluten-free from crust at the bottom, mixed with a little bit of olive oil, and it solidifies down underneath. So that's always a really good idea.
Yeah,
So
I say we just get cooking. That's what needs to happen.
I think so too. If you have some favorites, some healthier favorites, or some great, especially sugar and gluten and dairy substitutes. I mean, we don't want to use a lot of creams and sugars and carbs and a lot of that stuff. So if you have great recipes or great substitutions for some of our favorite family favorites, go ahead, put them in the comments section. We want to hear from you. Give all of our viewers, everyone that comes to our channel and watches this video, some additional content, some additional ideas to share, and let's save life and limb together. Happy holidays, everybody.
Yes, happy holidays.